Welcome everyone to Missing in Minutes, and this is our live Missing in Minutes open chat workshop. So right off the bat, we're not a normal YouTube channel. This is a working format. All opinions and comments are welcome. Note, disclaimer, anything and all things said here are mere speculation, allegations, and alleged. Please do not take anything here and go off and say it's fact. We are a workshop. We are expressing what we know on this case. In the Summer Wells case, there's literally nothing to go off of at this point. Those that are standing by that they know the family and therefore they know the truth. Do not come into my chat nor my comments and assert yourself as factual because you know the family. We're experienced here. We've been through the Avery case. We know that family can actually be a perpetrator. Family can actually be twisting and molding and funneling all of their thought into self-protection. And I'm not going to let that happen with Summer. All opinions are welcome here. You are absolutely welcome to express yourself in any way you see fit. This is a workshop. This is how we do it here. So, now that I got that out of the way, hello, my MIM family. Rhonda K, welcome. Teresa, we got our beautiful Nan's Life here. Beautiful in heart, like you wouldn't believe. Been with me for a long time. Now, she and I, we just stumbled upon each other through the Stephen Avery case with Carmen Botwell, and we've kind of held up through all this time to even switch cases. And Becca Chua has been amazing. She also has a wrench, and she works very hard for Brendan Dassey. She puts her heart and soul in that, so I feel very honored to have them as wrenches for us and moderators. They do a beautiful job. We're all very kind here. We're all very loving. We're here to bring Summer home, to find her, and we feel the right to be able to explore any avenue that it takes to get us there. So I do have a little agenda today for us to talk about, but that doesn't mean that that needs to monopolize the conversation. So feel free to jump online. We read as many comments as we can. As we get rolling, our group does expand quite a bit. We've had actively chatting up to 100 in chat with 700 plays going on at the same time. So chat can get rolling pretty quick for me, and I have a slow computer. I am not a professional. I'm just like you, and your opinion matters here. Now, I want to say one thing. This thought process of us looking into what we did last night really opened a lot of our eyes to many possibilities. But the chat ran into 3.5 hours. So we're being asked to condense that for those that don't have the 3.5 hours. So we're going to need a team that can come together somehow and kind of condense the high points of that video if they want to. And if I could get somebody to kind of give me an outline of it or whatever, then I'll go on and present a half-hour video that sums that up for people. At this point, I don't know how to even condense what we went through last night. I mean, for me being there with you guys and you guys putting in all this information, it was PhD Dangerously Educated was the one I believe that I read first, bringing up the legs in the milk video. That was just shocking. Finding the purple part of the ear was just another part. It was just the whole night was almost unbelievable. So I literally don't know how to condense it. Hey, Brittany Gambo, good to see you. Happy Sunday to you as well. Yes, Teresa has been here for, I want to say ever. I can't remember not seeing these people, Teresa, has been an amazing part of the Brendan Dassey and Steve Avery saga trying to help. Cairo's here. Hello, lovely. Aw, you missed last night's live? Well, we'll try to find a way to condense it if we can. But that was one of the most shocking lives I've ever had, even out of the Stephen Avery case. It almost beats the Cuss Road case where we started working on that in our workshop, and it was incredible. It brought, if nothing else, it brought a lot of awareness of really paying attention to what we do have, which is photographs. I think it left us all with a lot to think on. Now, someone keeps saying that we need to prove and get to the bottom of if CPS was coming that day. Well, I'm not here to prove that. Am I looking for facts? Yes. But I am not going to interfere with this case. But what I will tell you is we're working off the information that CPS was involved in the Wells home before and after Summer's disappearance. And in that leaves a lingering pressure on the parents. So whether or not they're scheduled that day, if CPS involved, you might as well consider it as a parent that you could be investigated any day. So that's something we really are not willing to say that CPS is not involved just because we can't prove it at this point. I do feel CPS is involved. And if there is a leak, then so be it. But we do know that CPS did remove the boys after Summer's disappearance. And we do know that there was some information about the house not being clean or something, and there was some form of investigation. Now, someone also said that we can't prove that CPS was involved or even called when Rose Marie Bly went disappearing in 2009, which is Summer's aunt. And no, we can't prove that either. But it was rumored, which is everything that's being talked about on this internet is rumor. When Don Wells, the father, comes on here and tells us the information he's telling us, that's a hearsay. Why? Because we don't know if he's being honest. We don't know if it's true. So that's all we have to go on. So that's all I can offer you guys. But we're walking in the light of truth here, trying to work through this. But it would be nefarious of us to come on here and say it's factual. It would be irresponsible. We are not claiming fact. We are digging into the case as we're learning of things just like everybody else. So Teresa says, last night's live was excellent, very sad, but this is awful. Thank you, RD, for not exploiting Summer for views and money. Tons of people on YouTube are doing it. It's sick. No, I'm not exploiting her at all. We're here to do our best like we did on the Avery case. Hi, Rebecca Fudge. Good to see you. Brittany Gamboa says last night was 9 bone chilling. I agree. I still have, and there's more. And we'll be talking about a lot here tonight. We're going to try to run till about 9:30, which is an hour and a half, and then we've got to shut it down. I have to work tomorrow, and I haven't been feeling great, so I'm setting a bedtime. I don't want to get like I did in the Stephen Avery case. This case may be affecting my mind in a way where I can't let go again. And I don't want to have to take a step back when I feel like we're getting somewhere. So I'm going to try to balance this out and keep it time organized. I think we all need to do that. I'm just being honest. Rebecca Futch says, I was getting ready to head to my room, and lucky enough, I seen you on, so I can stop for a bit and hang out with you. Thank you, lovely. Hi, Sky Z. I love those little hearts. That's correct. Teresa says, theories and speculation from what we do know helps us all figure things out. And sometimes it's not even what we know. A theory is where you lay down a possibility and then you beat the crap of the theory until the truth shakes out. And the theories can be knocked so hard that they just don't work. They're not plausible. There's nothing backing it up. Or a theory can lead you down a path of actual learning the truth. So you have to be able to push and pull and weed the garden, if you will. First, you have to plant the seeds and say, okay, which of these grows in truth? Which of these can hold water? Does it fit the timeline? Da, 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 da. It's part of the research. Right now, we're working on victimology. That's the first step. Teresa says, I feel TBI is about to make a move. Don talking and lying all over the internet. They're giving him the rope. I've got to get on here, the channel I watched today. The lady was talking to a dog handler that actually was on the Summer Wells case. And that dog handler brought up some very incredible facts that I want to talk about. We'll get to it. Brittany Gamboa says, my stepfather worked as the head of CPS where we live, and we were talking about this case this morning. He said he's convinced that they were scheduled to come that day. Makes him sick. Nan's Life says, Teresa, Sheriff's News Conference a few days ago, they said they are watching social media. Yes, I do know that is true. Sky Z, it is doing that to me for sure. Yes, get your rest. Yep, we're going to shut it off. Hardcore, 9:30 something. Not 9:40, 9:30 something. Yes, I do respect Summer in ways of really just wanting this kid safe. I want this resolved. I'll be honest. I don't give a flying fluck about Don or Candace. You know why? Because they have made this a circus of lies. They have blocked us in finding the truth by providing false narratives that we now have to search. And that is the same thing we experienced in the other case with Stephen Avery, where we were being fed a false narrative. I have no respect for that. I won't read any questions about other YouTubers. I am neutral. I want YouTubers to go out there and get Summer's name out there. Their opinions are their rights, just like ours. We do our channel our way. They do their channel that way. I know we're really different. Like, not a lot of people have a working workshop with such amazing researchers that are literally like staff the chat. But we do. We have that brain trust. And when I say brain trust, I mean all of these people that have been freelance journalists doing the actual research on these cases are very valuable and have affected the Avery case. One in particular person that was a freelance researcher had been, I believe, previous law enforcement affiliation of some sort, detective perhaps, had sent some information to Stephen Avery's lawyer that affected the case, actually. You just never know what the media is going to come up with. Yes, Nan's Life points that out. She laughs and she says, Ducky, it's another, I've fallen into another rabbit hole, and it's deep. Now, if you guys are new and you hear them call me Ducky, it's because I started the channel off as Rubberducky, about the innocence, right? Protecting innocence. And I worked more and focused only on wrongful conviction. And then I've just over time gotten to be known as RD or Ducky or Danny, whatever. Just don't call me late for supper. Oh, I hope he gives my dog a snack. That's what she's saying. He's eating supper, and she's gotten spoiled because when I lost Maya, I couldn't give them snacks human food very often because I didn't want to think it was very good for my dogs. But Gretchen is 11 and all her teeth have fallen out almost over time. And she has to have really soft foods, so we've been spoiling her. And she thinks she should bark every single time we eat. And then we're supposed to give her the little dripping afterwards. And she'll bark till she gets it. And it's very obnoxious. It's a new thing she's done. So Rebecca Fudge says, let's hope that the Ellie in this case is fully legit and not corrupt from the smallest of spaces. I pray to God we have clean force. Bet you put a whole bunch of little duckies in a row. There was another reason for the Rubberducky thing too. And it was for a while there, people would come on as a rubber duck for their icon, and it was protection too. Felt good because, nobody knew who the real duck was. I've grown out of that, though. I've shown my face. Little Barb, howdy, y'all. Howdy, sweetheart. How are ya? TBI, I trust, Teresa says. I do too. Brittany Gamboa says, my cat does the same thing when I'm eating, but she caterwauls until she gets what she wants. Ha ha. Brittany, you got to be from the South like me because you said caterwauls. All right, you guys. So, we're going to get into this a little bit. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but welcome all aboard. And shall we get started? So, in talking last night, we went over the milk pitcher. So, tonight, I'm going to remember to share my display capture so that y'all can see, because that was a big problem last night for me. So, let's see here. What I want to do is I want to add an image. And we're going to go grab that milk image where the milk is stacked. And we'll kind of do a real quick, brief summary, if you will, of where we landed last night, I guess is the best thing. Maybe this is how we do it, you guys. I mean, you're going to miss a lot if you don't watch that, but it's 3.5 crazy hours of hard work. So I don't know how to... We'll put this up over the display thing first. So what it mounted to is we noticed some issues here. First of all, her skin looked off color. She has what appears to be bruising around her collarbone. She's got some purple mark, very dark purple marks on her ear. We have a very deep purplish line on her thumb. Her nail beds appear to be turning color or stained. It's definitely not chipping nail polish. Her thighs are very, very thick for such a tiny little girl. We also, well, I'll get into that in a minute. We also took this bottle here and let me see. I want to make sure you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see. Let me come up to top side and make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, good. I'm relieved the picture's there. So we took this bottle of soda, which we thought it was a 16 ounce by guess. We cut it out of the pitcher. We took away the background. We turned it. And I can't remember who, someone measured an actual soda bottle. It was 2.25 inches wide in diameter. We turned the bottle, we laid it across the legs, and we realized that the width of her legs is guesstimated, the best guess we can give, a little over 4 inches. Now, yes, your legs do spread. When you sit down, the fatty tissue will spread out, but this child has hardly any fatty tissue on her. But these pants are so solidly on her. They're not baggy. And we felt, a lot of us felt, it was almost unanimous that it looks like there's severe swelling, as well as on her hand looking chunky. I'm trying to think. It looked like lipstick smeared on her face. The most concerning was the bruising at the neck. So all of this sat in my gut for a while. We also looked at the little candy sitting on the seat. And somebody said Skittles. I blew it up. All of this was blown up really, really big, and we went in depth on all of it. It is possible those are Skittles, or maybe they're M&Ms. They appear to be candy, which is ironic. The candy keeps coming up in this case. Now, for those of you that are intuitive, I keep coming back to candy, literal candy. But I keep getting this sense, I kept hearing this white horse in my head, white horse, 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 white horse. So I Googled slang for white horse, and it come up opiates. So then I got curious. My intuition was saying white horse, and I don't know why. I get it over on 1111 Tarot, white horse, white horse, white horse. And then I looked up opiates, and I'm like, what can I find out about opiates? Now, remember, this child looks extremely pale. Her lips look like there's some sort of a lip gloss or something on. Her skin is so smooth and pale. It's like all color has flushed out. There's possible makeup, possibly the uniform that was supposed to be for school or the swimming thing, which is a pants jogging suit in June on the 15th, which is 80-some degrees out. Windows are up, no air conditioning, hot damn day in the car, and she's in a hot outfit. And we came up with the question, is it possible they put that outfit on to hide the severe bruising of her body? So let's go over, let me move this little picture to the back for now. Did it go back? Well, then we'll pull this forward. Okay. So let me come back up to topside for just a jiff. Brittany Gamboa says, are her parents drug abusers? Yes. Don has claimed that he used to be, when he drank, would be, or I guess now still, if he drinks, he can't control himself. And I'm not sure what he said he did. I think he said coke, a white powder. He claims that Candace is so against drugs. I'll just leave that there. Now, keep in mind, it's very possible that Grandma might have been on a prescription opiate because of the knee injury. We really don't know. Well, there may be a reason. I got to thinking. The question was asked last night. Okay. The question, oh my God. I'll come back to it. Teresa, are you freaking kidding me that there was a dead horse in the woods by their house? Teresa says, I think she was sedated. I'm telling you, there's something about this horse. It's a white horse. And when I look it up, I keep coming up with opiates. And we're going to go to the opioid sites and to prevent teens from overdosing and getting involved in opiates for a message for teens, in case there is any that are watching this, which they should not be. But if they are, this is a warning how dangerous these opiates can be. We're going to be talking about that. Teresa said Candace allegedly said Don would leave in the middle of the night and get crack. Hey, Perfect Storm, welcome to the group. Ouch. Hey, Dateway 247. You say he'll looks overheated, the suit looks wet, and her head is on a cold milk gallon. I know. So have any of you tried to keep your head and your hand on a milk gallon that comes out of the refrigerator? Time it. It's going to give you a whole new view of this picture. Teresa says, I heard that David Radar from EquiSearch said that at an earlier news conference at White Horse ran down the street too. Are you kidding me? A white horse ran down? Because I told you, I've been getting White Horse forever over on 1111 Tarot with the Summer Wells case. And I mean, I'm getting to the point, I'm like, oh, wait till you see, oh my God, the reading last time. I have not thrown it out there. It'll be on 1111 Tarot. I end up bawling in tears because I did the reading after I did the thing today, last night, because I was guided to, and I'm trying to allow myself to release it. What came out is absolutely too synchronized to be a fluke. It is mind-boggling. Brittany Gimbo says 15 to 20 seconds. Tried last night, and like summer, I'm always cold. Oh my God, you made it 20 seconds. I did make it a full minute, but my hand was on fire. Fire. It hurt. It pinched like it was stabbing me with pain. It hurt. I like was counting down them last few seconds to the point it felt like it didn't feel cold. It felt like fire to me. So, what's up, baby? Let me grab Gretchen real quick. Come here. Should you come play in the lap? She'd be up here with Mama. Are you grieving? Yeah, I know you are. We miss our Maya, who would be snoring by now. Okay, you guys, let's switch over. And let's get this. So this is tips for teens about opiates and the truth about opiates. Now pay attention to this. Slang is OC, Oxy, Perks, Vike, Monkey, White Stuff, Lean, Schoolboy, Sizzurp, Purple, Drank, and Loads. And it says, get the facts. Opiates affect your brain. Opiates are a class of drugs that include the illegal drug heroin, synthetic opiates such as fentanyl, and pain relievers available legally by prescription such as oxycodone, hydrocodone, codone, morphine, and many others. They affect both the spinal cord and brain to reduce the intensity of pain signal perception as well as brain areas that control emotion. They can also affect the brain to cause euphoria or high. I gotta get this a little bigger. It's so tiny. Hold on, you guys. Work in progress. Whoops. Well, that was lovely. Okay. Opiates affect your body. Opiates slow down the actions of the body, such as breathing and heartbeat. Even a single dose of an opiate can cause severe respiratory depression, slowing or stopping of breathing, which can be fatal. Taking opiates with alcohol or sedatives increases this risk. Opiates are addictive. Even though heroin is highly addictive, that's why I said white horse, heroin. Summer is sending us the message through these horse messages, this white horse. The universe is like, Summer, tell him, right? Even though heroin is highly addictive, more people struggle with addiction to prescription pain relievers. Many young people who inject heroin report misuse of prescription opiates before starting to use heroin. Now, keep in mind, heroin can be in pill form too, you guys, and it can also be in chewables. It can also be in gummy bears. Yes, they sell them. Opiates can kill you. Drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in the United States with 68,690 drug overdoses between March 2017 and March 2018. More than 46,000 of those deaths involved opiates. Opiate addiction is treatable. Methadone, buprenorphine, I'm probably saying these wrong, make fun of me if you want, and naltrexone are medications that are FDA approved to treat opioid use disorder. What do you want, Quetchy? You want it down? You want back up? I don't have a snack. You are getting very spoiled. Come here. Come on. Up you go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, for more information, for anyone having difficulties with drugs or seeking help, there are hotlines over there. You can contact the SAM HSA, and that's over there for English and Spanish, and there's plenty of information there, okay? Now, because opiates are addictive, okay, you can, okay, I'm just going to go to a very sensitive topic. You can train a mouse to want the cheese. You can train a mouse to perform for cheese. So if the mouse likes gummy bears and it happened to be opiate related, it would be a double whammy. So you would have a mouse that really loved candy and needed the candy or would suffer withdrawal. So one of the things that really bothered me, and I'm going to give you guys, we'll catch up on chat in just a minute. I just want to get this out there and we're going to go back, is I'm going to take this picture down too. I want you to look at this child. The first thing I thought of is, did they give this child something so that she would behave in church? Because I understand a child being happy, but Summer doesn't normally look like this in any of her pictures. And this bothers me. All right, I have one more bit of stuff to share, and then we're going to switch back over to the milk pitcher. So we're going to research here signs of an overdose of opiates, from hydrocodone to all of these others, whether it's fentanyl, morphine, you name it. Signs and symptoms of an overdose. Let me just check that you guys are seeing this. Yes, now I'm paranoid. Okay, you're not. See? There we go. Now, good thing I'm checking now. Hold on. I want to make sure you're able to see it. I'll grab a drink real quick. Okay. We're good to go. Yep. All right, so this is the GACHD.org Program Services Opiate Signs of an Overdose, okay? DPH, Georgia Department of Public Health, Coastal Health District. All right? So it's signs of an overdose, and you would need to call 911 immediately if you know of someone experiencing an overdose. Signs and symptoms of an overdose. You can identify an opiate overdose by a combination of 3 symptoms known as the opiate triad. The triad consists of pinpoint pupils, unconsciousness, respiratory depression. Additional signs and symptoms of an opiate overdose include unresponsiveness, awake but unable to talk, body is very limp, face is pale or clammy, blue lips, fingernails, and skin. For lighter skinned people, the skin tone turns bluish purple. For darker skinned people, the skin turns grayish or ashen. Breathing is very slow and shallow, irregular, or has stopped. Pulse is slow, erratic, or not there at all. Choking sounds or a snore like gurgling noise, sometimes called the death rattle. Vomiting. Keep in mind, vomiting, okay? Steps to take for opiate overdose victims. Call 911 immediately. Try to rouse the victim. Make sure the victim is breathing. Administer naloxone. Stay with the victim. And then it gives you the prevention. So this link will be attached at the bottom of the video. I'm just going to grab it. And we're going to throw it on a sticky so I have it in case we click off that site, so that you can go into this if you know of someone that needs help, that is battling possibly an opiate addiction. Hold on just a minute. I don't know why it went that big. I have the largest sticky note in the world. Thank you. How do I get a new one? It normally lets me do it. Suppose when I'm on the live, everything's going to be super slow. I'm going to come up to topside here in just a jiff. I just want to take a note in case I close that window. Yeah, we'll do it later. I'm going to come back up to topside. Because we talked about this clamminess. We talked about last night the color of her skin being so pale. We talked about the blue nail beds. Teresa says, you should see some pictures that someone tagged Candace in the day after she went missing. In a bikini was one. Why those types of picture of Summer? Summer was in a bikini? Ooh. The day after she went missing? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up so I can catch what's going on over topside, and then we'll dig in a little deeper. Teresa says, exactly. I just said earlier, this has turned into a circus. It's disgusting. What's interesting? Oh, we're at 11:11. We're at Playbacks 111. Is this circus seems to be run by monkeys. And if you look at the opiate slang words, monkey is the word. So when we say circus, not my monkey, you feel me? Let's definitely keep in mind that other creators are working hard to keep Summer's name out there. Let's keep it classy, guys. We do things different than they do. That's just how we are. They probably don't care for the way we do things. Who knows? I think everybody's trying their hardest to just seriously focus on getting Summer home. Find out, what is our closure here, and hope to God TBI comes up with something. I'm still stuck on the fact that there are horses all over this case, because that kept coming up for me over on the other channel. Teresa points out also, if she was SA'd by Dawn, it would have been discovered. So would an overdose of opiates. Possibly illegal opiates. Playbacks 111, average time 4:33 at the time that I started to say that. Teresa said, I heard that David Radar from Equisearch said that. Okay, so I'm caught up. Sheila Smokey said, it's pretty obvious drug abuse is a problem. Mama's high in those interviews, and Dawn said, we're trying to clean themselves up now. Sheila Smokey says, heavy eyelids and slurred speech. I couldn't even say slurred for a minute. Pikachu says, wouldn't surprise me if Summer died accidentally while they were high, and that's why she was missing. So you guys, I got to thinking about that. Thank you, Becca. So let's read Nan's thing here. I'll come back to remember the store, okay? Remind me to come back to the store. Nan's Life says, is there sweat on the milk jugs? I didn't see any, you guys. In stores, it's stored at specific temperature. Oh my God, I can't believe I want to discuss sweat. Oh my God. If you're not from the Avery case, the reason we're laughing at sweat is because there is no such thing as sweat DNA. And we have this prosecutor named Ken Kratz over there. And he tries to use sweat DNA in one of his theories. And he goes into this huge, huge story about sweat and telling a story about sweat. And the whole time he is sweating like a pig. It just, you have to kind of know what's going on. But oh my God. So Brittany Gamboa says, fentanyl is so dangerous. And they're pulling it in 80 many different drugs to enhance the high. Teresa says, that's one of my biggest theories. She sedated Summer. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking may have happened. In my personal opinion, it is highly possible that Summer may have been sedated to calm her down. Not sedated, but given something to slow her down. A sedative of some, sedated, but not knocked out. But then I fear she may have gotten into an opiate supply. I have a theory, like, you know how in the Stephen Avery case, Ryan Hilligus went to pick up stuff over from Scott Bordone to pick up, okay? I have a theory Candace was going actually to see her best friend there that's in a fight with her to pick up, is my theory. And I think that the youth H may be a runner, not a chaser. If you're following this casserole I'm cooking in the oven. And I think that it was a pickup, possibly, of these opiate type stuff. And so now I'm going to get into it. So my theory, and it is my opinion, is that it is possible that Summer had not eaten all day and was really getting hungry and got into some gummies, or was given some gummies, without realizing that her body weight could not tolerate the same as the adults that normally might take 2 or 3 gummies, and that it may have overdosed this child in a frantic panic. They may have tried to, she would just be she would be in the process of overdosing, and she never even went home. That's my theory. Even the dog handler on that other YouTube channel had stated that Summer had been all over those dogs, and then if the dogs had went anywhere on the property, the scent of Summer could have been spread out by the family dogs there. So there's no guarantee that Summer ever actually stepped foot on that property. And if she did, I don't think it was but a few minutes to turn and carry her back down that driveway and possibly put her in a vehicle to take her far, far, far away. Sheila said, could have been accidental. You saw their house. Well, I hate to judge somebody on their house because, I know people that have messy houses that are really amazing with their kids. But yeah, accidents can happen in a chaotic environment a lot worse than a clean environment where obstacles are not just randomly laying around. Brittany Gamboa says, I've lost friends to opiate addiction, and it's devastating knowing that so many people won't call 911 because they're afraid to get into trouble. We've got 22 concurrent views, 11 likes, 2 master numbers. Teresa says, I bet she sedated Summer often. And this is the thing. Don Wells went into detail about Candy and Summer. I watched it. He sat there and described how every night Summer would come bouncing down over the hill, open his truck door, and say, Daddy, you got my candy? He went into explaining to her that he gave her candy every single night. There was only a couple times that he couldn't give her candy because he was just too tired. Remember the mouse to the cheese. Remember, opiates are addictive. Remember, opiates can come in candy form. Remember, Grandma gave her candy. Remember, Summer loved candy. Yeah. And then he goes to get questioned by Cher from Voices Behind the Wall. What was Summer's favorite candy? And he can't name one. Huh. You just said you bought candy every single day for this child. You can't tell me one kind of candy that you bought over the counter? You can't name one thing? M&Ms didn't even come to your mind? But Tic Tacs did. Tick Tock comes to my mind. Tick Tock, tick tock, time's gonna tell on you. You know I love you, Summer, right? These are things he said. Nan's Life says, why would she be leaning on milk jugs? If they bought loads of groceries, they would have bought milk, and the boys would have already carried it into the house. Timeline issues need to be pinned for this. Yes. And we're going to be getting into some serious stuff. I can't work as hard as we did last night right now. That was really intense. There's still a lot to chew on from that. So it's a little overwhelming, but we will be getting into it. Thank you, Rebecca. She says, hit the like button if you like. Yeah, you can leave your DNA over there on the like button, support the channel any way you see fit. We're very, very grateful. Yeah, did you guys see how many of our subscribers went up like overnight? I can't even remember. It was an amazing amount. Over 50. Like, that'll bring a lot of people to the Stephen Avery case, and it'll bring a lot of the Stephen Avery people over to the Missing in Minutes type, looking for these children and such, and also bringing awareness to opiate problem and SA and S trafficking. We're, as a society, we cannot bury our head under the covers and watch our children suffer and become victims. We have to take a stance. Playbacks 133, average watch time 515, which means it's a challenge of love. It also means you just have to do what is right. Sheila Smokey says, do they not bag groceries at the store they went? Or is that why the box is in there? Well, in Wisconsin, I know for sure, and I think that's pretty much all over the United States, there are times like our little local grocery store will ask me, do you want boxes or do you want bags, paper or plastic? Because they have so many boxes left over. So you get your normal groceries in boxes too. And I like them for being able to burn the box for a fire starter outside in my burn barrel. There we're back at the Avery case all of a sudden. Things went through my head there. Sheila Smokey says, but she was already asleep in the truck with H, right? Yes. Teresa, what did you say exactly? I have lost 3 friends and it's a horrible. People won't call 911. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Teresa. I had a friend, a young friend that we worked really hard as a group of friends to get her clean. She came to us for help and we thought we did it. And she was clean for 2 weeks and it went on her way. And then we attended her funeral. She had gone back into it and got hooked up again, I guess, or whatever you call it. And she hung herself in the park. Her little dog, Annie, was found, and she was found that next day in the morning. I'll call her Tinkerbell. That's what I've always think of her as. She was a beautiful energy. And it shattered my heart, too. So I feel for you, Teresa. Bethany, that is brilliant. Need to take the cadaver and send dogs to the cemetery. I agree. Sheila Smokey says, Mom's teeth are rotted out like a meth user. Unfortunately, saw it in the video where she smiled or laughed. Well, I hate to draw judgment because there are some people that literally have shitty teeth. There was shitty teeth well before meth. But usually people that are heavily into that kind of thing, aren't they usually thin though? Aren't they thinner? I mean, don't they lose their appetite or something? I know Tinkerbell was severely thin. She never had an appetite. She would come off the stuff, I guess she said, just so that she could eat to stay alive, is what she told us when she came to us. And we thought we had succeeded with her. So it was very, very heartbreaking. Teresa says Candace is a former meth addict at Sheila Smokey. Cocoa Beach Village, how are you, lovely? Yep, sedating for certain. I too believe that they were both picking up and doing drugs that day, is why they went to the swimming area. Yep, the theory that Summer was sold that day doesn't add up. See, I'm wondering if the pickup was from Youth H's home, if the delivery was taking place at the water hole, and so H was supposed to keep an eye on Summer, and perhaps after that there was still left over for pickups at later dates, like supply, if you will. Then Mom and Grandis go into the store. Summer hasn't eaten. She's only had slushies. No food for the day. She's hungry. And did she eat gummy bears? Even 3 of them. And if Youth H is not familiar with the ratio to body weight problem, is it possible he was like, well, here, eat a couple of these, thinking, well, it'll make her sleepy. She'll go to sleep till we get home. She won't be hungry anymore. She'll be happy. But if she'd already been given a sedative, then we have an OD. Or if she was given more than she should have, we have an OD. And that's where we would get this pale color. Let's go over here and Nan's to topside. Nan's Life says, Sheila, I can say from experience, if you are prescribed opiates for a lengthy time, your teeth rot the same. Opiate addiction is kind of a harsh opinion. What was that, Bekchika? I lost my placement. Hold on. I lost my placement. Okay. There we go. Sheila Smokey says, I worked in dentistry and saw it often. I agree with you that is. I'm just, you know my point. You get me. I'm playing devil's advocate or angel's advocate, saying it is indicative of meth. Yes, absolutely. But it does not guarantee the person has a meth problem, is all I'm saying. But that in tandem with the other symptoms, the heavy eyelids, all this, the slurred speech, makes it very suspicious. Bethany says that milk has no condensation on it. With that little girl laying on it there would be some around her head, using it to make like she swam so hard and fell asleep. Bethany says, hi Bethany, lovely. Bethany says, personally, I think she has already passed on in the back seat, and the video was to make it look like she was with us and just fine. SMH, her lips are purple. Brittany Gamboa says, but I do not a lot of people who have used meth to lose weight. Oh, do know. Okay. Teresa says, I think she was dying or passing in the truck too, Brittany. Sheila Smokey says, is that what he was doing in the trees? TTM fangirl, how the heck are you? Holy crap, long time no see. Absolutely fantastic to see you. Just getting up on this case. Well, welcome to our little group here, our little workshop. So let's go over, you guys. I want to talk a little bit about this on her shirt. So let me get that picture up here. Now, people are saying this is blood. They feel this is blood on her jumper. Okay? Let me take the display capture off. And let's see, I want to close that image off. See, is it this one? I want to try the other one. Whoops. Okay, yeah, you can see it here. Let me see if I can make it super big. I think this is vomit. I think she bent over and vomited in her lap. That's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Show me what, share with me what you think right here. I don't know if you're seeing my marker. I may have to get out PowerPoint. Let me see if you see my marker. Whoops. Whoopsie doops. Okay, let me see. I don't think you can see my marker. All right. With not being able to see the marker, I'm going to start PowerPoint up. I'll come back up to top side. Hey, Sarah Shea. Sorry about that. I think she is dead, but where did they get rid of her body? How much did they lie about the timeline? How can we find her? Of course she's dead. I know that is blood. How far did they drive? I wish I had answers for you. Hey, Alley Cat. Oh, come on. Where you want to go? Bethany says, meth addicts usually over time have sores all over their faces, arms, etc. They tend to pick their face and body that get exposed to the chemicals in meth. Alika says, why would they take a picture of her dead? FF sakes. I believe that they felt that this was going to prove she was sleeping. And I don't think she's dead there. I honestly think that she is in the process of ODing. And they took a video, supposedly, allegedly accidental, where Candace says, did she have her arm up? And then someone answers, no. And then the mother says, oh, that's what I was trying to catch. Almost like she was trying to prove movement in the child. Like an alibi. See, she was alive when she was with me type thing. Okay, let's get this off the screen. Actually, let's open up that other PowerPoint that we were working on last night. And we'll come back up to top side while that opens, because it's going to be a few. My computer is so slow. Her little body looks bloated. I agree, Bethany. Nan's Life says, I was looking at other photos, and that is orange crush bottle, not a sippy cup. Right. Yeah, that's an orange soda bottle. But it could be something else, because think about it. Something could have been put in that orange crush bottle. Alley Cat says, please, come on. Share with us. This is open forum. You can totally disagree with us. We don't get mad. Sarah Shea says a last picture before they buried her. If she was fencing from a head injury. What Sarah means by fencing is when the person reaches out before they pass. A lot of the times people will fence, or it's also called starching. It's when their arms come up. Brittany Gamboa says, speaking from experience, not all meth users pick at their skin, but a lot do. However, I've never met someone who is an opiate user who doesn't pick their skin, unfortunately. I'm sure there are some. Brittany Gamboa says, why don't I have meth? Yes, your thoughts are very welcome, Alley Cat. Very welcome. You can totally disagree with us. We're used to people not always seeing it our way. But we always invite everyone to share their opinion. And we're open to suggestions and your thoughts. So, okay, let's go over here. We'll close out the other one so that we don't have two open. So I'm not using so much. Somebody said it's my RAM. I'm not computer savvy when it comes to that. Don't save that. Okay. Can I close that sticky note? I think that's also needing to be closed. Dang it. It won't let me. Oh. Can I? Can I? Huh? Yay. Okay, let me come over here. Over here. Oh, you're going to see such a mess from our workshop last night. Like, if you're just now the first time ever joining us on a work group, first of all, we're on PowerPoint, and you're going to see a whole bunch of sodas laying on the seat by her, all orange crushes. There was only one. That's where we took the soda bottle, and we took a picture of it. We took the background away, and we're using it to measure the width of her thighs. So we created two of the bottles, so don't get alarmed, okay? Right here. So we made these last night. I want to get in that one picture that's really clear. Is it this one that's really clear? No. Is it this one that's really clear? No. Is it this? Yeah, no. Is it this one? There's one that's really, really clear. Well, maybe this is just not clear because of the... But let's just take these bottles off screen and set them over in our inventory in case we need them later. And that way we have a clean picture to work on. Okay, you guys, let's go over and we're going to look at the stain. Because some people are saying this is blood. Some people are saying this is where she may have spilt her slushy. Other people are saying, could this be vomit from the overdose? Let me get it small enough. Let me see, am I showing you? Yes. Display capture. Okay. Here we go. I'm ready to share. Let me see if I can insert. Or I'll just draw. I'll put like a red ring around the area and we'll make it really, really big, okay? Oh, shoot. I probably made a red mark. Let the computer catch up a little bit. You have to be patient with us over here. Too far. What did it do? I always say I'm not a professional. Don't get mad at me. Okay, let's get that pencil. Okay, lovelies. There you go. So you can see in that spot. Now let's go home. Let's get off the pencil, though. Let's get off the pencil. I want to... There we go. I'm going to change the color on it. We're going to go to intensify it to see what that is. Now, do you see what I'm saying right here? Let's see if I can make it any bigger. Now, I've changed the color specifically. And it jumped. Dang, if I make it too big, which is what I want to do, it's jumping. So we'll just stay right here. Can I make it any bigger? Okay. And it's weird because it's seeping up onto whatever it was, is seeping onto the seatbelt as if it's on her clothing and then leaking also onto the seatbelt. Let's go put it back to normal color. And I'm going to come up to top side. So what do you guys think that is? Anybody have thoughts on that? Bethany says, wait, wasn't the bottle on the seat a Gatorade bottle before? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing a Gatorade bottle. I remember seeing an orange slushie like you guys. Sarah Shea says, we just all want to find her. If she has passed, she needs to be buried in consecrated ground. Murdered babies make the scariest, angriest ghosts. Bethany says, maybe I didn't see it well the first time, not 100%. Okay. I always remembered it being orange slushy. Nan's orange slushy, orange crush. Yeah, that's true, Nan. Thank you. We just want everybody to be, you can disagree and still be respectful just like we are. Brittany says, it is your RAM. The higher RAM your computer has, the more Windows programs you can have open running and everything still runs smoothly. Yeah, I'm going to get one someday. It's one of my goals. Well, Brittany, you can help me when it comes time to getting a computer, what kind to get. I'll tell you my budget and you can tell me the best one to get. Sheila Smokey says, can't see what you're doing again. Thank you for telling me. I would like to see the candy and bag on the seat over there if you can bring that up for me. Okay. Let's go over here and make sure you can see. Yep, we're on the desktop. Okay. So candy on the seat. Let me get that pencil off there. Let's erase that. Okay. I don't know how good I can be at it, but the bigger I make it, the harder it is to maneuver it. There's some over here on the side. And then there's a greenish one. They're pastel in colors. This one is either white or light purple. This one is a light pale green. This one over here way on the side are two different yellows. And then this one, I can't make out what that is. Let me shrink it back down a little bit. Are you guys seeing the candy over here? Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can make the desktop even bigger. There. That way you guys can really see it. Come back up to top side. I hope that helped. Hey, Shaz from Oz. How are ya? Thank you for sharing your heart and kisses. And your tears for summer. Sarah Shea says, friend's mom was stabbed to death by a group of people. Oh my God. Snoopy, friend, and unfriended me. Found her in the well regarding family's meat freezer. Saw her mittened hand. They killed her because she talked. Good God. Delicio 9. That's just a shadow compared to other folds. What's just a shadow? That you feel that's a shadow by the seatbelt? Let's look at it. You guys tell me, do you think that's just a shadow? Hold on, I got to get it to recognize I'm back on PowerPoint. Move it along, little picture. Come on. Okay, let me slide it down. It's hard when it's this large to gauge where it is. Okay, we got to reduce it so I can see what the heck's going on. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a shadow to me. I will strongly disagree, but respect your opinion. To me, that's a change of color. The shadow would run the full length over there, and then you look at the folds and stuff. That looks saturated to me. Just to me. That's my opinion. Let me see if I can make it bigger. To me, it could possibly be that this child got cold and was throwing up and experiencing symptoms of an overdose. And that could be puke on the jacket. That's what I feel. But I respect your opinion that you feel that is a fold. Bethany says this little girl should be in a booster seat. It's a law children have to be 7 years old or over 70 pounds in order to be in a regular seatbelt. It is different for different states. Like, I think Wisconsin's is 80 pounds. I'm not 100% sure. Or at least it was years ago. Sarah Shea says, well, Lydia and I know people are, I don't even know that word, duplicious, phony, or worse. It is on the seatbelt. You're right, Shaz. It's on the seatbelt, too. So I really feel strongly it is either the slushy, which I highly doubt at this point. I really just intuitively, there's too many other signs that something is wrong with this child. When you start looking at the nail beds, you look at the bruising around the throat, you look at that purple ear, her color is off. It looks like she has lipstick on. You add that to that seatbelt having the substance of whatever it is. Some people believe that is blood. Teta Chip says if she had been holding a slushy cup, the condensation could make a wet spot where the fabric of the seatbelt and the jacket appear darker. That's true too. That's a good point. Bethany said something is leaking on the seat. Let me go look at that. On a seat. Come on. PowerPoint, let me move. Where are you seeing so? Oh, the seat belt. Oh, I gotcha. I think you meant seat belt. Sheila does point out if it was vomit, it would be higher as well. You're probably right. Which scares me because then it could be blood. Rebecca Fudge says, so, I'm a weed user and I like edibles. They have come in MIM packages. Some are bootlegged, but Skittles are a big one in Canada and Nerd Ropes. Oh, good Lord. Vomit would explain what is in her lips as well. Vomit would be on the seatbelt. We do have some on the seatbelt. We have a substance on the seatbelt that is matching what is on her little shirt. Shaz says, get an Apple, iMac, or laptop, way better than Windows any day, my opinion. What do you guys think about that? Teresa says, little white spots on the top of her coat. Little white spots on the top of her coat. Oh, shoot, you guys. It's 9:13. We are over. I did not meet my goal. Did I say 9:30 something? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I'm trying to be a good girl and go to bed because I haven't been feeling good at all. So I'm trying to do that. Let me get this pulled over. Little white dots. Oh my. Are you guys seeing that? Yeah. Okay, you see this? 1, 2. I don't know, you guys. Let me get the soda bottles off. The computer is just going to kill me. Yeah, I will start looking into getting more RAM for sure. Somebody complained that I take a drink. I apologize if that's really loud to you guys. I am a really loud drinker, and I apologize. I get really thirsty while we're doing these reads because I'm using my voice. And they said my cough too. Well, I've been feeling poorly. I'm sorry. I can't help it if I have to cough. But I do apologize if it bothered that person. Okay, I don't know. Computer's too slow to do it. So I'm just going to come back up to topside. And let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying on this picture. I see what you're saying. I can see it now. Rebecca Fudge says, they look like they could be infused candies. I'm going to go online tonight and see if I can't find those colors and stuff like that. What kind of candy are those colors? Nan's Life says, I agree. Once you go to Mac, you never go back. Really? Okay, so Delicio9 says, no vomit on lips. Bethany brings up a good point. If the boys were with them swimming, why aren't they in a car then? Well, this could be, at 3:08, maybe the boys went home with somebody else. I wonder if Youth H went home. I have a doubting suspicion on that. I'm wondering if he wasn't left to babysit the kids or something. Keep an eye on the boys in summer or something. I don't rule it out. Sarah Shea says, why? I think it is blood, not a spilled innocent slushy, because she is suddenly missing, and no one in her family cares, and the family was reported for neglect and abuse many times in many places. Good point, Sarah. You definitely back it up. You bring it to the table. All right, we've got about 15 minutes here before we're going to jump off, so make sure you bring in your information here. Bethany, the seatbelt looks wet. It does. I agree. Yeah, you guys, if you think it's a 12-ounce soda bottle, put a 1. And if you think it's a 16-ounce soda bottle, put a 2. Nan's asking us, Nan's Life, what size do we think that bottle is, you guys? Shaz says, are more tech savvy than me. I can figure one out, RD would have no problems. Oh, I got you, Shaz. I got you, me. Probably 16, Chris says. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Elira C. H said she had a blue slushie, not a red one. Brittany Gamboa says, haha, I'm sure making the switch wouldn't be too hard, especially since most people have iPhones nowadays. Anyways, probably be pretty hard for me because I hate iPhones. I can't stand them. I'm too old school. I'm not up on the technology, you guys. Teresa says, she had a blue raspberry slushie according to H. Lyra says, so I don't think that it is from a slushie. I agree. All right, so the slushie's blue. We have red in her lap. Is it possible she drank that orange crush and just leaned her head forward and it drooled out of her mouth if she's actually ODing? I'm not saying vomit, but it just drooled out because of ODing, you know. That is an excellent question. Somebody else pointed that out too, Bethany. So why no condensation on the milk or the pop bottle? That is bizarre. How cold is it in there? How cold is it to have no condensation on the milk? Why would you have the windows up if there's no air conditioning in the South? I've never heard of that. I'm from the South. You wouldn't. I challenge bullshit. I call bullshit. There's air conditioner on. Or we put on the milk. I call bullshit that there's no air conditioning on. I think there's a lot of air conditioning. I think they're keeping that really cold in there to slow a process down. Sheila points out, could it be a dirty spot from prior use? Well, Sheila lovely, if it's a dirty spot from prior use, it matches up with the seatbelt and her outfit, so it looks like it occurred right then. Bethany says, could also be bodily fluids releasing. Good point. Cairo says, Winders. He said, they say windows. I said winders is better. Better Apple is locked down. Nan's Life says, honestly, we are not protecting our children while allowing digestible as candy to be sold. You know what I saw the other day that angered me so bad? One of my little nieces came up walking by me, and she had a candy cigarette. And it said Pall Mall. I was floored. I'm like, I thought we got rid of that crap. I thought there was like, we couldn't sell things that are bad for kids, that resemble things bad for kids. Sheila Smokey says it looks like light reflecting off the shiny material. Not to me, Sheila, because it's on the seatbelt too. Maybe take a better look at the whole situation with the seatbelt as well, because it's definitely on the seatbelt too. It's on the seatbelt and on her clothes. But you are entitled to your opinion, and I do respect that that's how you feel. I just, how do you call it, agree to disagree or whatever. Brittany Gamboa says, there are some spots that don't look like light reflecting to her. Shaz says, IFIKO. Oh, you're trying to say Cairo. Okay. What do you mean locked down? What does Cairo say? If you want faster loading speeds, try buying a SS drive instead of a hard drive. Oh, I'm getting good computer information. Bethany says, why is her hair shaved off? There's 4 stories out there on the different reasons her hair is shaved off. I can that one. Could it be a logo, Brittany? Yeah, could that little spot be a logo? I don't know. That's a hard one, you guys. Something we can check into. Sarah Shea says, thank you. Oh my God, no one ever reads anything I post. Windows up too slow, rigor mortis. I agree. Bethany says it's very odd her body heat would form some type of condensation unless she doesn't have body heat. Cocoa Beach Village says, I don't think that is a slushy they mentioned buying at the Sonic. Regardless, a good zoom in would show if the orange soda bottle had ever even been opened or not. Okay, let's go do it. Let's go do it. We're going to zoom in on the soda bottle. Boy, because the lid's facing the opposite way and of the lighting, I can't really tell if it's full. I really can't tell. What do you guys think? Does it look full? I wish I could shake it and see if it moved. I don't know, you guys. That is a good question. I can't honestly tell. Rebecca says, no, it's not the orange pop. It's weird colored. It almost looks like a reddish pink. I agree, Elroy. So, Elroy, I can't even say your name right now. I've got like tongue-tied. Elira says that would be too cold to lay on. That's what we feel too. A lot of us feel that way. I do call bullshit on the air conditioner because there would be condensation from the cold temperature adjusting to the heat would produce wet all over. I agree, Brittany. Brittany says there has to be AC on, and it has in that car. Shaz feels, I think it's blasting as low as it can go. Rebecca Fudge says it was supposed to be a brand new outfit to start school with, so it should be clean. Or, so it clean, it should be, yes. I agree, Nan. I totally agree. She says, I buy milk, a jug of milk, drive 20 minutes from the store to home, and there is condensation. Okay, hold on. Somebody said they claim the windows are up. We can see the windows are up because of the video. The windows are up. Plus, there's nothing moving, like her hood's not moving, nothing. So you can see the windows up on the driver's side, and then there's no movement in the car during the video. So if the passenger's window was down, there would be stuff moving. But it's not. Like her hood's not moving, nothing. It's just completely still. Sheila, I feel you, sister. I feel you. Bethany Gamboa says, Shaz, oh yes, they existed. The mom never let me get them because she didn't want me to be a smoker. Now I'm a smoker. I hear you. All right, guys, I really, really, really want to say thank you to all of you for working on this with me. It brings a lot of questions to the table. Your girl's going to call it a night so I get some good rest. That way I can stay on the case for much longer over time. I don't want to burn out either. I mean, I really want to find Summer badly, but I've learned from the Avery case that it can overwhelm me, and I just go through night after night not sleeping. I start feeling poorly, and I haven't been feeling. Going to be good girls and boys tonight. And I thank you for being part of this workshop. I feel that this is a way for us to examine things the best we can with what we have to try to bring some answers, to trying to find Summer well. If we even find one clue, we're further than we were. And we're constantly sharing information directly about Summer. You know, I like the fact that we focus on Summer. There are times when we are talking about family members and such, but it is still making sure that it's at the point of getting to the answers. So with all my love to you guys, Thank you, Cocoa Beach Village, for saying pleasant dreams and thanking me for all I do. I thank you guys for all you do, because you bring it to the table just like I do when we get together on these chats. It's a work in progress, right? Night, everyone. Thanks, Nan's Life. Thank you, Becca Chua. I love you guys. I love everyone. Thank you, Teresa, Shaz, Rebecca Fudge, Brittany, Village, Sheila Smokey. Oh, who else? Oh, I didn't even see you, Gabby Bird. Good to see you, hon. Elira. We're getting so big I can't even find everybody. And Sarah Shea, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate all your help on everything. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. And with that, you guys, bring Summer Moon Utah Wells home, please. Please let her go. Whatever realm she's in, may she be safe and comforted by the universe. And sweet dreams, everyone. I love you guys to the moon and back. God bless you. See you again real soon.